Yeah, roger that. Let me, I'll be swapping it out while we're
because he's talking too close. And that's what the Ultra Voice 320 does with variable D technology. What's going on out there? Oh, Joey, there's something over the back 40. What's that over there by the apple tree? Yeah, some sort of growing orb back there. Think it might be what's that? What's that? Oh no! Shit!
Aaron, how were your chicken and dumplings? Wolf and Philip, Aaron is quite the cook over there.
They were quite delicious. They were very good. I highly recommend you try some.
And I might add, he is quite fetching in his French cook's outfit.
Holy crap! Aaron, he has opened the doors to a counter battery.
Hey, now that's for premium subscribers only, and last I checked, you're not paying.
Yeah.
We're gonna launch a counter battery, and yeah, there you go. And Wolf, you say you have been, I guess, in the digital world lately?
Yeah, and yes, here we go, Michelle. Here is the souffle surprise. Where's the souffle for fries? Well, if we told you what the souffle surprise was, it wouldn't be a surprise. I guarantee you're gonna like it. Ooh.
Okay, guys, I'm changing mics right now, so go ahead and give me just a second to swap this out.
Well, you better hurry up, son. We ain't got all night to wait on you changing your Mickey phone.
I'm going to tell you one last time. Get your escargot away from me.
Yeah, Wolf, if you haven't adjusted, add some treble. Flatten out your bass a bit. Now, if you had a 7300, you could do that in just a matter of moments. You can go straight to the program.
Program. Get your program. Can't tell a night from a day without a program.
Hey, Aaron, are you still recording this or no?
Yeah, I'm still recording. It's going on YouTube.
YouTube. Yes. Hey, we might get a few views.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah, they might lose some IQ points listening to us, too.
Hey, what do you got to lose?
Hey, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the hand mic now. Is that any better?
Sounds better to me.
Me too.
Roger that. Okay, Aaron. Yeah, good evening to you, and long time no here, but good to be in here this evening with everybody. And Philip, I've been looking over there at Richmond Hill. You guys have got a lot of cool stuff going on in Richmond Hill, Georgia. One of them is a firearms, sort of a custom. I think it's called Coastal Firearms, or it's a company that makes all kinds of cool, like silencers and just attachment for firearms right there in Richmond Hill. So I said, yeah, that's where OKA4KOE lives.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Now, Aaron, thanks for the audio report. I'm glad this mic's doing a little bit better. I suspected on this, Electro Voice, maybe I ran it at 100%. I'm thinking now that that was probably an AM. I don't remember, but I don't feel like doing a lengthy audio microphone experiment this evening. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, if I understand that. So I hear you've been in the digital world. Have you been? What have you been doing exactly? And yeah, the hand mic sounds great on that radio, so I had to keep it like it is.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, you're on 7300 this evening. Over.
Yes, sir. Sure am, using the Vox feature.
Oh, very cool. Well, I'm PPT over here, but on this electro voice mic, I didn't even have that choice. I was just hitting the Mox transmit button on the transmitter. But yeah, Vox is something I hadn't done very much, but yours is picking it up just fine there, Aaron.
Yeah, I'm using the Heil ICM microphone I got from Eric, and yeah, I set it up for doing a contest, and then there weren't no participation, so there you go. And yeah, I kind of like it. Lets me operate hands-free almost.
Yeah, I was glad that 3943 was clear this evening.
I doubled with you, Wolf. I do apologize.
Yeah, sorry about that, Aaron. Yeah, I'm glad 3943 was open tonight, and yeah, just watching some PBS last night. Watching a new series called Nolly. It's about a sort of a British sitcom filming show. I don't know. The XYL liked it, but I didn't like it all that much.
Roger that, Wolf. Yeah. So you've been doing digital modes lately, is what I hear?
Well, I'm a CW guy, so yeah, I've been doing CW. I really haven't done digital. I've done some DMR and D-Star, which I enjoyed, but I haven't done that for a while. But no, mainly just CW. I get on 2 or 3 times a week, working some. We got a bug roundtable that we do on Wednesdays, and just kind of random contacts. I was trying to do the novice rig roundup about a week ago, and I couldn't get them to give me a number, so I kind of gave up on that one.
Roger on that. Yeah, I've been doing some FT8. I recently added Oregon, which was one of the last states I needed for worked all states, and now I'm just hunting Hawaii. And other than that, I've never really gotten into CW. I just never sat down and tried to learn it, but I'm sure that I could. But it's not really something that I've pushed myself to do. I do FT8 and slow scan television and Whisper and all those other digital modes. I do all of them. But I've never really sat down and tried to learn CW, but I really should try.
Well, I tell you, I met you here on the air, Aaron, when you first kind of got your new amp there from Eric, and you have really over the past year or so, you've really learned a whole lot about radio. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm just an old guy that grew up having to do CW when I was small, when I got my first license, and so it's just kind of comes naturally for me, but I think a lot of the younger folks probably don't care as much about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a requirement to get your license anymore, so that opened up a lot of possibilities for a lot of people, really, as well. Whether it be a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll leave that to the person to decide. But I enjoy being a ham. I've been one for almost going on 9 years now. And it's just a great hobby. I really have enjoyed it. I never thought that I would have the equipment and antennas that I have now. And recently built a homebrew vertical out of some electrical conduit and a 102-inch whip, and it seems to be working fine. I've had it up for about a week and a half, and I think I've worked more DX on that vertical than I have on my 160-meter loop.
Is that what you use for FT8?
Yeah, it works on 40 through 10 meters.
Roger that. Well, congratulations. The only antennas I built are loops and wire antennas, loops and dipoles, and I just put up an off-center bed several weeks ago that I'm going to try to work 30 meters. I've got a little low-power transceiver that I got from an estate that's really a nice little 30-meter rig.
Yeah, I do. I hang around the upper bands a lot. and that seems to do well for me. I come down here on 80 to talk with you guys, and occasionally I'll do FT8 on 160 and 80, and yeah, that's pretty much about it, Wolf. I have a 600-foot Skyloop antenna, about 30 feet off the ground. That's a real good antenna. I've worked, I think, 125 countries on that antenna. I think not enough for the DX100 award, but they've all been like repetitive countries I've worked before. But it's a very good antenna. And I've worked a few new countries on this vertical, actually. Some down in South America and South Africa and stuff like that. So it's definitely getting out for what it is. It was less than $100 to build, and it's just a great antenna. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, I'm on a Skyloop antenna right now. It's about 600 feet. It's cut for 160, which occasionally I work. And yeah, but you know, Skyloops, they're not the best thing for a DX. I mean, you know, you want a directional antenna for that, I would imagine. But a question for you, Philip, if you're listening. On 30 meters, are we allowed to work like FT8, some of the digital modes on 30 meters?
Yes, you're allowed to do the FT8 on 30. I just swapped my Skyloop momentarily, and Philip completely disappeared. But anyway, I'm on an NFET half wave right now, which seems to be good for 80 meters. My Skyloop, it'll work 80, but I think it's much more of an NVIS antenna. But anyway, yes, you are allowed to do FT8 on 30 meters. I think it's 10.136 is the frequency.
Very cool. So are you allowed to do all the digital like Olivia and RIDI and obviously FT8? Are you allowed to do all the digital modes on 30 meters?
As far as I'm aware, it's a digital mode only band. You can do CW and I think every digital mode.
Roger that. I don't know, I've got sort of a fascination with 30 meters because of the fact that it is, you know, strictly a digital mode, and that's that kind of keeps it, you know, I guess a little more clear than the 40 or even 80 or 20 even. But 20 meters is a band that I've been working a little bit lately. I haven't worked it a lot over the years, but yeah, I didn't know you'd been a ham for 9 years, Aaron. That's great. That's great. So I guess you started out with your technician's license and maybe a 2-meter rig, or what was your evolution in the hobby?
Well, my parents bought me a Baofeng UV5R one year as a Christmas present, and they bought me a tech study manual. I tried to study with the manual, and that didn't really work too well. And then I found this website called Ham Test Online, and I bought their technician course. They had a money-back guarantee. Either you pass the test or you get your money back. So I went and I studied, and I took the test and passed it, and used the Baofeng and fooled around on VHF, UHF for a little more. And one of my first early memories was going over to Chuck N4OYT and Phillips' shack and getting a taste of HF, and I just thought, man, I need to do that. So a couple months later, I went and got my general ticket, and I borrowed a radio from Chuck, and used that for about 5 months. Then I bought my first HF radio of my own from Patrick McGee, KB1WEI, who's passed away, I believe, last year. And that was a Yaesu 450D, and I had a G5RV antenna, and I ran that for almost 9 years. And here recently in 2020, I moved QTHs. I built my Skyloop. I put up an NFET half wave, and I bought a 7300. And then a couple months after I bought my 7300, I bought the amplifier from Eric, burned the tubes up, and had the tubes replaced, and then learned how to actually use the thing. And that's about my evolution, and I'm sticking to it. And here about a week ago, I put up a vertical. That's about the evolution right there in a short transmission.
Roger that. Well, your signal is just really, really great this evening. You're coming in at about 10 over here. I'm running, let's see, hello radio. Hello. Looks like I'm getting up there around 1100 watts right now on this Yaesu FTDX 3000. And how many watts are you running right now, Aaron?
Running about 450 watts. And I dial the amplifier back just a hair. And that seems to be satisfactory for general rag chewing on 80 meters.
Oh man, you're really knocking it out tonight. I'm driving mine with about 80 watts of drive, and I'm on this Dentron. It's called the MLA 2500. It's an older amp from like 1969, I believe. But it likes sideband. I used it on AM a little bit, and I think it was a stress for it. So I've been keeping it off of AM now for a while. So we lost Philip, Eric. Do we still have you in here, Eric? Hello, Eric.
I'm here. This is Kilo 4 Tango Victor Radio. And you're doing about 35 over here, Wolf. And Aaron, you're averaging 20. Philip, I think you're running probably about 20 also.